High school students from all over the area came together on March 17th to perform their talents and get rated on their performance. In the end, they hope for a 1 rating and to qualify for state competition. With the tough pieces they're presented with, they have to prepare this music to reach performance perfection. We caught up with some of the students that got a 1 rating, the highest rating you can get at these events.
So preparing for districts, we actually started a few months ago. Some of us as early as last year for solos, but most of our ensemble started this year in 2018. We have access to a lot of music in the band library, and we picked out some things that our instrument groups could play. We listened to some recordings, saw how they sounded, and we ended up picking a Mozart piece that we thought sounded really good. It's a piece most people might recognize because it was originally for strings, but we're playing a woodwind version of it. So preparing for state, we're probably going to get a few more impressions, what people thought of the piece. I know a few of our private lessons teachers have asked to hear our ensembles, so they'll probably have a lot of good feedback to give on those, help us improve quite a bit. But overall, it's just going to be a lot more of the same, a lot more practicing, kind of grinding out those last details to make it sound really good.
Yeah, so the pieces that I did for districts are pretty classical, and one of them was in a different language, so I had to spend a lot of time getting down the diction and memorizing those pieces. And for the songs that I write, it's more like second nature, but they both take a lot of hard work.
So what I'm going to do to prepare for state is obviously keep working on it. I think the number one comment I got from the judge was my breathing, which I definitely agree with, because when you're nervous and you get in there, sometimes you forget to breathe, and believe it or not, you need to breathe to sing. So yeah, probably just work on my breathing and make sure that I keep things consistent, and when I get to state, just rock it.
Definitely on my scorecard I got back, he said look at the words and pronunciation, because I have an Italian song, so that's very different than English. So I will definitely probably look up some of the words, how to say them, so that I can incorporate that into my singing, and I will just practice more and more and more.
Those students have worked hard for that short, tenseful moment, and we wish them luck at state in the coming days. Reporting for GVTV, I'm Connor Stowe. Back to you in the studio.